There's 5 new armor sets in this DLC, and I'm going to walk you through how to get each one in this video. And I just want to say a quick thanks to Ubisoft for the early access so I could get this guide out to you very quickly. And additionally, I have put timestamps below on each of the armor pieces within each armor set, as your time is very important to me. So hopefully you'll get what you need from this video. And if you do, and only if you wouldn't mind, a very swift like down below really helps me out. So thank you very much. So let's first start with the Dwarven Blacksmith Armor Set. It's located in Vangren and underground inside Hreidmar's Croft. You'll need to knock away the ice covering the tunnel and make sure you have your Power of Jotunheim ability equipped. And once you do, drop down and make your way through the gap in the wall and continue following the tunnel left until you come to another ice barrier, which is when you want to smash it away or attempt to do so like I've done here and make your way into the main shrine room. Now what you want to do is position yourself next to the chest, look left and activate your Power of Jotunheim. Make sure you aim for that world knot through the archway and then follow the corridor around to the right, smashing away another ice door, and then aim for your second world knot just above the ice platform. Now once you're at the top, you want to pick up the key lying on the ground and then also pick up the Power of Muspelheim on the floor as well. And then once you activate that, you'll want to run across the lava, jump down and pick up your Dwarven Blacksmith armor piece in the chest. Now when it comes to the Dwarven Blacksmith helm, you'll need to travel to the south of Vangren called Fornamar. And this armor piece is earned during a mini world quest, but we'll just focus on this for now. And when you do arrive, you'll come across a dwarf who mugs you off. So you want to dive down into the old mine shaft after him. And if you don't have it yet equipped, pick up the Power of Jotunheim at the bottom of the mine shaft and then head for the passageway, which allows you to slide underneath the scaffolding. Now some of you Siege of Paris players will be pleased to see this, that there's rats running around here and returning, and we will need to dodge them to get to our armor piece. So jump down off the ledge and make your way to the back of the room, activating that Power of the Jotunheim ability and luring the rats to you. And once they get close enough, what you want to do is teleport to the world knot in the middle of the room, not the one at the end, and begin moving the storage unit. And if you don't do this first time, just rinse and repeat this method until the storage unit is lined up with a gap in the ice wall, so you can then just jump across it and then loot your blacksmith helm. You can either teleport out or just follow the cave round to finish the world quest. By the way, it is pretty simple. Now moving on to the Dwarven Blacksmith Cloak, you'll need to head to Svaladal to a place called Gullthorpe. And once you do arrive, you're looking for a medium-sized house next to the large one, and you'll want your Power of Muspelheim here. It's quite simple. You just need to activate that power, run inside and move the stone alongside the hanging ladder in the ceiling. Once you get yourself up to the top of the ladder, grab the chest in the rafters, and there is no need for a key either. So as I mentioned, really simple this one. Good job. Now next up, we've got the Dwarven Blacksmith Braces, and there is quite a few dance steps here to get it. You'll find the location in a place called Fidsthorpe in East Svaladal, and it is quite hard to miss as it's a large double-story dwarven house sitting alone next to the road. To start with, you'll want to climb to the second floor and get yourself inside so you can clearly see the light beam orb. Then you'll want to interact with it and rotate that light beam around so it's lining up with the orb on the balcony. And once you've done that, jog over to the balcony itself and look to your bottom right hand side of the screen. What you want to do is hit the metal plates either side of the orb and get it to rotate round to your left, which I've actually done terribly here. In fact, I'm getting annoyed just watching myself shooting that, but once you've got the light beam aiming to the left hand side, it should refract and hit the door below you, which should open up. So jump down, have a look, run inside and pick up your Dwarven Blacksmith Braces. Now moving on to the Dwarven Blacksmith Breeches, and a heads up on this one, you will come across this location during the storyline naturally, so if you want to wait for that, then you can do so. But if not, head to the south of Vangren to a fortress called Felgard, where Power of the Raven is useful here. So land yourself in front of the main entrance, because that's where we want to go. It is covered in ice, and then you'll want to squeeze yourself through the gap. Once inside, take a right and grab a refresh of the Hygge from the shrine, as we're going to need it. And after you've done so, activate your Power of Jotunheim. And if you don't have it, there's dozens of guards just outside who do. What you want to do is aim for the world knot through the gate and teleport inside the main jailer room. Grab all the keys on the plinths as they open all the cells in the jail, and then exit the door which you just teleported through. After running down the stairs, you'll want to pick up a refresh of the Hygge from the shrine again and head to the last cell on your right. Unlock it and then smash away the wooden blockage in the stone wall. Push your way through that gap and pick up the emerald key. Now after we've got that, we want to get ourselves back through the the wall gap and make your way back to the main entrance. We'll then want to head to the other side of the jail and take the first ladder that you can see on your left. After you get to the top of the ladder, you'll want to unlock the third cell along, and if you've got your incendiary powder trap ability, now is the time to use it, or alternatively you could just turn around and pick up the red oil jar there, which you can throw at the wall. Make sure you do walk inside the cell before you throw it, by the way, otherwise you'll have to reload a save. It was very buggy for me when I did it a few times. Now after that's done, get yourself inside again and peer through the gap in the stone wall on your left. This is when you want to activate your Jotunheim ability and teleport through to the world knot, and this is also where you're going to grab your Dwarven Blacksmith Breeches. Great work. Now moving on to the Fire Giant Armor Set, and to get it you're going to need to head to the south of the map in Golnamar called Skidgard, and we'll be needing to pick up 2 keys to actually unlock the chest itself. The power of the Raven ability and the power of Muspelheim are very key here, no pun intended, and you can grab them both from a Raven and Muspel nearby. Now if you haven't already done so, grab some Hygge from the shrine as well and then turn into a Muspel. Head into the middle of the lava pool and pick up the first key and opal. You'll then want to head back to the shrine for a Hygge refresh if you don't have 2 Hygge bars unlocked, and then transform into a Raven to fly to the tree platform on the edge of the lava pools. You'll find your second key here inside the pottery jar after smashing it, and you can also loot a platinum ingot from the chest just to the right as well. Now once that's done, jump back down and head to the shrine to refill your Hygge, as we're going to need the power of Muspelheim here. After you are refreshed, head down the hill and then take a left until you see an underground entrance. This is when you want to activate that Muspelheim form, run inside and pick up the Fire Giant Armor Set. Now to get hold of the Fire Giant helmet, we'll want to head to the middle of Golnamar called Golembrew, and thankfully this is a pretty simple pickup. You'll want to equip your power of Muspelheim, and if you don't have it, there's lots of enemies around who are unwillingly going to be able to provide it for you. You'll then want to run to the middle of the lava pool once it's activated and pull away the stone blocking the cage. Get yourself inside and pick up the Fire Giant helmet. No bamboozles on this one, very simple, which is decent. Next up, the Fire Giant Cloak, and we'll want to head to the center of the map to Eitri, and what you're looking for is a 2-story house at the edge of town, and you'll need the power of Muspelheim again for this one. Lots of mobs in the area who will be able to provide this for you as well if you don't actually have it equipped already, and when you are here in this location you'll want to run inside with it activated and move the stone pillar into position under the ladder. Climb yourself up to the attic and loot your cloak from the chest. It's another nice and simple one here, shouldn't cause you any issues. Now moving on to the Fire Giant Braces, and you'll want to head to the city of Uldar in Golnamar, and you're on the lookout for a large dwarven hall entrance with lava running through it. The power of Muspelheim is needed again here, and there's a dead body outside if you do need to equip it. And a quick tip, you can also use the blinding rush ability across the lava to avert the damage effects, especially good if you're running low on Hygge. In any case, follow the lava around to the right hand side of the cave and replenish your Hygge at the shrine. You'll then want to activate your Muspelheim power and slink through the gap in the wall. Once you get through it, take a left, and then you'll want to take a right, and then you'll want to take another left until you see a red oil jar. Blow it to pieces so it explodes the rubble wall, and then run through to loot your Fire Giant Braces, which is in a chest on your right hand side. Moving on to the Fire Giant legs, we'll want to head to Svaladal to a place called Hornfinna, and we're looking for another dwarven cave here that's lined with lava. If you haven't already done so, get your Muspelheim ability equipped again here. There's also a body at the entrance if you haven't got that power, and then you'll want to jump down to move the rock pillar out of the way. Once you've got that done, push through the gap in the wall and throw a torch at the green gas to get rid of it. You don't have to do this of course, but it's just easier in my opinion. And once that's done, follow the path to the right hand side of the cave, slide through another gap in the wall, and keep holding right in this room as well. You should be able to see a water pool now. You'll want to dive into that and pick up the key at the bottom of the pool. Stay there though, because you'll want to continue swimming under the water until you surface at the other side of the rock. And if you haven't got the Hygge bar to level 2, follow the path out of the tunnel and return to the Hygge shrine outside of the cave, which is located near the entrance. Once that's done, return back into the tunnel which you just exited, no need to go through the main entrance, and reactivate your power of Muspelheim here again. Head around the lava corner, unlock the gate, and loot your Fire Giant trousers. Job done. Now to pick up the Jotun Armor Set, we're going to need to save 2 dwarves from distress who will give us intelligence reports about the Jotun boss called Gigra and his specific location. The first dwarf is located in Vangrin, south of the fast travel point. It's quite difficult to miss to be fair, so clear out the mobs and do the same for the second dwarf in distress, which is located in North Vangrin, east of the E. Milner and raiding location. After you've saved both dwarfs, you'll have the location of the Suttungr Outrider Outrider appear on your map, which is actually the northwest corner of Svartalfheim. Killing the Jotun here will pick you up that Jotun Armor Set. Good job. Now for the Jotun Helm, we'll want to rescue our first dwarf in the South Gulnamar region, north of the Skidgard fast travel point here on your map. You'll find a dwarf in a cage surrounded by Muspels, so clear them out, and that's your first intel report obtained. For your second, you'll need to help a dwarf in Svaladal, which is north of your current location if you've just done that dwarf in distress there, and it's near a village of Gulthathorpe. Another group of Muspels are holding a dwarf captive on this one, so just get rid of them and we'll have our Suttungr Outrider pop up on our map. And if you can't find it, we'll want to head east of the Storm Milner on the right hand side of the map in Svaladal, where another wolf pack awaits, and so does your Jotun helmet. Next up, we've got the Jotun Cloak, and we'll want to head to our first dwarf, which is very close to the travel point in southern Gulnamar. The dwarf is surrounded by Jotun wolves, so dispatch them very quickly and speak to her on the rock once it's all cleared. Now, as for our second dwarf in distress, we'll want to head to north of that location, which is east of Eartree, so this position on your map right here. You'll want to help untie the dwarf, and you should have the Suttungr Outrider then appear on your map. Again, if you can't see it, the location of this Jotun warrior is on the southern coast, west of the Suttungr Milner, and it's another big wolf pack to clear here, so just get rid of them all and pick up your Jotun Cloak, which doesn't look too shabby at all. Moving on to the Jotun Braces, and we'll want to head to our first dwarf in distress, which is located south of Hreidmar's Croft. You'll know you're in the right place when you see a dwarf in a cage by the river, so you'll want to clear them out all again and pick up some intel report about this Suttungr Outrider. Now moving on to our second dwarf in distress, he's located further south in the Vangrin region on the coastline of Fornamar. It's a really easy kill on all of these enemies here, and it's a very quick job done. Now these two intel reports should spawn a group of bears south of the city of Eartree, which you can see on your map here. You'll be able to kill the Jotun Banner for the Jotun Braces, so good work. Now to pick up the Jotun Trousers, you're going to need to help out another two dwarves in distress, of course. The first location is in northern Svaladal, with the second dwarf in distress being next to the Asgardian Gate. And once you've helped these two dwarves out, the Suttungr NPC called Latin will appear north of this Asgardian Gate as well. So smash them all to pieces and you'll pick up your Jotun Armor Trousers. Now when it comes to the Allfather Armor Set, you can purchase every armor piece from the Kara's shop, who's the Valkyrie who actually runs the arena. There's no restrictions on when you can start this game mode. You can travel to it straight away, with the location being here on your map, by the way. However, I would recommend finishing the story and collecting all boasts, which are collectibles around the world. This is going to allow you to partake in more arena tales and use more boasts within those tales to actually earn more tokens, which you can subsequently spend in the shop. It actually costs 6,000 tokens for the full armor set, which can take a little bit of time if you don't actually have enough tales to complete. So it may seem counterintuitive to go grind collectibles and complete the storyline, but it will save you time in the long run if you do want to get this armor set quickly. Now moving on to the Hreidmar's Cursed Armor Set, and this is the easiest to pick up. In fact, all you need to do is enter the Dwarven Hodder shelter in Vangrin, and once inside, run through the main atrium and then take a right turn. You'll want to dodge some dwarfs and then take a left, which is where you'll see Hreidmar's Cursed Armor Set on a stand. The thing is though, if you do equip it, it is going to kill you, and you're going to need to socket a single Motsognir Clarity Rune in each armor piece, so 5 in total, to turn it into the gold Hreidmar Blessed Armor Set, and I've got each rune location for you here right now. Now to get our first Motsognir rune, we'll need to clean out the Jotun Blight, which is, you guessed it, shooting cursed skulls, and they're back in this expansion. Bit of a change up here though, you'll need to use abilities and there's more than one skull. Location wise, our first Jotun Blight is north of the Hodder shelter in North Vangrin. When you get there, spam your Odin sight, because as soon as you locate and kill the first skull, you'll see a glowing pathway to the next one. Simply follow it along and kill all the skulls until you pick up the Motsognir rune at the end. Now our second Jotun Blight and rune location is east of Eartree in the center of the map, which is quite difficult to miss, to be fair, as when you get in this area you're instantly surrounded by all the cursed blights. So get rid of the skulls and pick up another Motsognir rune there. And after you've done that, moving on to our third location for the Jotun Blight and Motsognir rune, it is located further east past the Fornamar dig site and next to the fast travel location. Again, follow that path from each skull to the next, and I don't think it's very challenging, to be honest with you. And our fourth Jotun Blight and Motsognir rune location takes us north into Svaladar territory near the Storm Milner. Remember to use the power of Jotunheim on this one, but again, nothing too challenging, I would say. And for our fifth and final Jotun Blight and rune location, you'll want to head further north in Svaladal to this specific location on your map. You'll have to go underwater on this one, but once again, nothing that I'm sure you can't handle. And after you have picked up 5 of these Motsognir runes, you'll be able to socket each one in each armor piece within the Hreidmar's Cursed Armor Set, which will then purify itself and turn into the the lovely gold Blessed Armor Set. Top work. And by the way, if you have found this video helpful, and only if you wouldn't mind, a very quick like down below would really help me out. So thank you very much. And do check out more Ragnarok content and guides, which should be popping on your screen right now. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope the video was helpful. And as usual, coffee is on me.